And that's okay. You're not the only one. I was a victim of the early withdrawal also. I didn't know how that worked. Usually people learn the hard way. And I definitely learned the hard way that the 401k was not the best investment. About 10 years ago, I pulled out $40,000 out of my wife's 401k so we can buy her dream house and we can furnish it. Unfortunately, I didn't pay attention to the gentleman. I was more excited about buying my house. Was talking and disclosures and all this stuff, and I just kept saying yes, 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 yes. And unfortunately, that's most people. If you're not in the finance industry or you're not focused on what you're trying to accomplish, a lot of the times you're more excited about what you're about to do versus all the, the disclosures that are being explained to you. So we pulled out 40 grand, $40,000 of my wife's 401k got depleted. And we only received a check of about $32,000. So we called MassMutual and we said, hey, where's the rest of my wife's 401k? Right? We pulled out 40 grand. I think you might have made a mistake. We only got 32,000. And they said, well, based on all the disclosures, you agreed to the for the minimum federal withholding and state withholding. So you only netted about 32 grand. So you mean to tell me I just gave Uncle Sam $8,000 of my wife's retirement? And they said, well, basically, that's what you did. So unfortunately, we only netted 32,000 out of my wife's 40 grand that we pulled out. And then we did our taxes with my mom, right? Because we're Latino. She said, mijo, where did this extra $32,000 come from? She's a tax preparer. I said, oh, we pulled it out of Monica's 401k. And she said, well, guess what? Based on your income, you're making about close to 70 grand a year working for the government. And your wife's income making about a 6-figure income, you got to add $32,000 as earned income on top of that. That bumped us up to the next tax bracket. I felt like we got hit by a flight train. We're like, what the heck's going on, right? Prior to that, in 2008, we had already lost 30% of my wife's 401k. So I already knew the 401k was not the best vehicle. And man, I hate to say it, but unfortunately, most people are in the same boat as you. They don't know. That's why I'm passionate about what I do. That's why I'm trying to get as much information as I can out to people.